Gentlemen, it's me, Jim Kincaid. Welcome to the second part of Wrist Time, where I discuss how I've broken down my wearing of the Mudman GW-9500 and the GBD-H2000. So in part one of the video, this camera just cut off. I had it plugged in, but it still said battery exhausted and cut off. And this is a Sony ZV-1F, so I've just about had it with this camera. I'm going to have to make an angry rant video / review about this camera. But anyways, let's get to the watches. When it cut out yesterday, what I was saying is that the Mudman, it just broke in. I don't know if I just got used to it or if all the repeated dunkings in diesel somehow softened it up, but it feels a lot better. And when I first got it, I was wearing it on the last notch, and now I wear it most of the time on notch 2. So the comfort level to me seems better, and maybe it's gotten better in terms of pulling hair too. And I don't know if it just pulled all the hairs it was going to pull, and now there's not enough left on my wrist that gets eaten up by the wings, or just breaking it in has forced these wings out more so that they're not trying to gobble up hairs. I don't know, but I find it a lot more comfortable than when I first started wearing it. And so part of the reason why this gets so much wrist time is that, besides it being extremely durable, is that it never needs to be plugged in. I get enough sunlight out here in West Texas that I never have to worry about the battery going down on me. If you look at the bottom, it says H. That's high. So the battery level's high. And what the watch does is will never drain the battery with adequate enough sunlight. And so this is a true stuff hits the fan type of watch. So I want it on my wrist. If stuff goes south, I don't want to have to, like on this watch, be like, oh, hold on, guys, I got to plug in my watch. Even though it actually has similar functions to the Mudman. The GBD-H2000 has additional fitness features, and the MIP display requires that charging. And I got the charger here in the G-Shock bag, which I did not intend to buy, but somehow it got onto my my order from G-Shock. And here's the charger. Actually, this is the charger for the Square Heart GW-5600, but the same idea. You can put it on there and charge it up. This is the GW-5600. By the way, this is one of the watches that I'm planning on selling. I just wanted to try it out and see if it could dethrone the GBD-H2000, but I determined that I prefer the GBD-H2000 a lot more to the GW-5600. And you'll notice on both of these I have them on power saving mode. So, like I said, the GBD-H2000, it requires a charge. And so when I'm not wearing it, when I'm working, I got to throw it in the bag, okay? And so it's not getting any sunlight at all. And this GBD-H2000 does have the solar assist to help with the battery charge. Just an assist, right? It's not going to load up the battery slap full. So I found out a hack is that if you put the watch in a power saving mode, it's just telling time. And when you throw it in your G-Shock bag or in the into your drawer, wherever you store your watches, it will still have a little bit of battery left when you pull it out. Like this one has 4 out of 5 bars of battery, and I've had it in the bag for a few days. I have not been to the gym in a few days. I hate to admit it, but this last job I was on at work was like 7 days long up in Seminole. So did not get a chance to go to the gym, but this was on my wrist the whole time. And so, yeah, this is the one that I'd want to depend on to have on my wrist when everything goes south, okay? Because the power is never something you need to worry about. The durability is not something you'd need to worry about. And it has, that compass, barometer, and altimeter, things that I find useful and also the sunrise sunset. I use this a lot more than you would think. And yeah, so like I said, the GBD-H2000 has those functions plus more, okay? But, you know, it's just, it's $400, it cost me $400, and I don't want to get it damaged at work. All right, so there's probably something else I had to say. So maybe there'll be a part 3, who knows, but I'll say that I got a comment about comparing the Mudman to the ProTrek PRW35Y, and I don't have the ProTrek PRW35Y, but I could see that it would be a comparison, because I think that it's like pretty much the exact same module between the Mudman and the ProTrek PRW35. I have the PRW3500, okay, and this was a hair puller. It was really bad, and it could barely fit. I'd had it on the last notch, and the fit was too tight, so it's not a good watch for me. So it's been in the bag, been in the G-Shock bag for quite some time. As you can see, it requires a charge, all right? So I got to charge this one up in order to compare it to the Mudman. So stay tuned for that video. I will make a comparison, because there are some things that I like about PRW 3500 compared to the Mudman. And I may have already given a few comparisons to these two watches. I'd have to look through all the videos I published, because I'm pretty sure that I compared at least some of the features between these two. But here's a really interesting comparison video coming up, which is the $380 Mudman versus the $22 Casio AE 1500. These two are more similar than you would expect, okay? So stay tuned. You know, Lord willing, we'll publish that video, okay? But the bottom line is, I like both of these watches, and right now I have a system where I have both of them. So the rest of these watches, I mean, I don't need them. I mean, it would be really hard for me to get rid of the King. For some reason, it's just, I don't know what it is. Despite hating this negative LCD display, for some reason I like this watch. As impractical as it is, it'd be difficult for me to get rid of. And you know, this one's $21 and change. This one's ready to break. So I don't think I could sell these El Cheapo Casios, but someone in the comments, I think it was Mr. McDo, to look up what his first name is, but he was saying well, let me find it. Mr. McDo, let's see. He said, you're lucky to have, in the part 1 of this video, he says, you're lucky to have both. While some crave for those but don't have the means, be thankful. Get rid of it and give it to us, LOL. So that's Tito McDo. Well, I told Mr. McDo, listen, get a job in the oil field, right? Then you'll have enough money for G-Shocks, and you'll have a legitimate reason to wear a G-Shock, right? But yeah, I know you're just joking, Mr. McDo, but I pulled a lot of overtime to get these watches, and I blew up my watch budget. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I have too much cash tied up in watches. Not that it's like a lot, but yeah, I'm going to have to put some of these for sale. But these two are part of my watch system, so I'm not getting rid of these two. You know, like I said, this is my work watch, and this is the watch for working out and for my days off, right? And so I like both of these, and that's my watch system. So this one was $380, and this one was $400. So that's, you know, $780 worth of watch right there. But of course, these aren't worth that much now. I mean, this one's so beaten up that, you know, it's marks all over it, and this one's well worn, and this one's getting there. I mean, breaking it in probably makes it that a smaller wrister will never be able to wear it because You know, all the wings are splayed out. And my wife said this smells like diesel, which makes sense given all the diesel I've dunked it in. But I wear it in the shower and wash it off, and I put it on the counter. And she said she walked by and smelled diesel. So there was diesel all in every nook and cranny of this Mudman. But I'm telling you, diesel cleans this watch. You get mud and grease all over it. Diesel's a solvent. It cleans it up, but don't leave the diesel on it, because you can kind of see that some of the plastic on this is getting kind of like pockmarked. Like there's like marks on it. It doesn't go into the plastic, but I think that's from there being diesel and petroleum products on this watch getting baked on in the sun. Okay? And it's hard to tell, but there might be some corrosion starting to form. Maybe from not being dunked in enough diesel, who knows? But I'm going to update the review of this watch because I like it more and more the more I wear it. Okay, I think it's a good G-Shock experience. If you're interested in buying it, you know, if you can afford the $380 for retail, I think it's worth it. I mean, yeah, that's a lot of money, but I'm going to update the review. And I may update the review on this one. Lots and lots of people are asking about the Bluetooth and smartwatch features of the GBD-H2000. And I'm kind of a principled, stubborn, anti-Bluetooth activist. I am a total Luddite when it comes to Bluetooth. I much prefer the standalone watch, and that's why I was holding out. But now that I have both of these watches, like, one of my hesitations on Bluetooth is that you get tracked. Like, Bluetooth is a fingerprint. It's an unique ID. And when you hook it up to your phone, this watch would be like tied to your identity, right? And so that when this was my only watch, I didn't want to have that. The standalone watch, you don't have to worry about being tracked by UN forces for not recycling. And I don't recycle. I think recycling is stupid. But one day the UN is going to send military forces after people who don't recycle. And I don't want to make it easy for them to track me down. I mean, recycling's stupid. It all ends up in the landfill anyways, and it's just a total waste of money and a waste of time. So, yeah, but now that this is my watch just for working out and for my days off, maybe I will hook up the Bluetooth just to update the software, bring some more features onto this. But in general, I'm dead set against Bluetooth. And so, anyways, that's the wrist time from both of these watches, the Mudman GW-9500 and the GBD-H2000. And so stay tuned again for the comparison video of these two. And then after I get it charged up, the comparison video of these two, the updated review video of the Mudman, and who knows what other goof videos I'll be dropping on the YouTube. Also, MF6532 was asking about the reception for the multiband. It's terrific. I live in West Texas. From Odessa to where the broadcast tower is for the multiband it's like 600 miles. And so I always get updates real easy at night, unless I'm in the big rig. When I'm driving a Peterbilt, the engine or, all the metal disrupts that signal. But under regular conditions, like at the man camp or at home or wherever, picks up just fine. So anyways, thank you everybody for watching, and thanks for all the comments. Like I said in the part one of this video, there's a lot of great information in the comments that guys are dropping about the watches I review. So if you want additional information or just something from a different perspective, make sure you check out the comments and feel free to add your own. I'm Jim Kincaid. Thanks for watching.